overthrow our love. Maybe too much ain't enough, and we won't make it out alive. She's got a rebel heart. She's had it from the start.
I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. In today's game, we'll get a chance to see the two quarterbacks who went head-to-head back at Super Bowl 45. It's Aaron Rodgers going up against Ben Roethlisberger. So let's get you up to the Steel City. Standing by in Pittsburgh, here are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Green Bay Packers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Again, we'll see the pistol here. On first down, Rodgers. And his first look is incomplete. Davante Adams, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. And a wide receiver to watch in this offense, certainly Jordy Nelson.
And most defenses watch him run past them. Jordy Nelson can run every route in the route tree and take it to the house.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And the starting defensive unit here for Pittsburgh.
Cameron Hayward is a defensive lineman, but many of us, especially guys of my vintage, remember his father, Craig Ironhead Hayward, who was a running back. I think Cameron decided he'd rather hit people than be hit.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. And there's a flag on the field. Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And Adams has it complete. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams, 67 yards. And the Packers have taken the early lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. They'll come out in the pistol. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Give him 30 yards there. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has... wide receiver's eyes when he's throwing the ball.
Now Roethlisberger. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be second down. On your screen now, here are the offensive starters. At wideout, Antonio Brown is certainly someone that the defense always has to account for.
Without a doubt, a true number one receiver. It doesn't matter to him how defenses want to cover him. He sees it as a challenge and knows how to defeat him.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Marcus Wheaton was the one he was looking for. And that's going to bring up a third down. And a peek at the defense for the Packers.
Clay Matthews is... an absolute force. Multiple Pro Bowls as an outside linebacker. He can swing inside and create the same havoc.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. And connection number 1 there on the game, Roethlisberger to Boney Tony. Antonio Brown, that's what his high school teammates used to call him.
I wonder what they would call him now.
More muscular, more successful Boney Tony Brown, right?
I'd say you're probably right. He may be all of that. They'll still call him Boney Tony, but Ben Roethlisberger calls him my number 1 target.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And that's complete to Jesse James. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6-foot... 6-inch target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, you know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And it's caught over the middle by the tight end Green. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard.
All right, I'm doing my rudimentary math here. That's his third catch here in the first quarter. I don't know if it's just game plan or he's just finding his way open.
And maybe a little of both. Second down, just 1 yard to go. To throw again is Roethlisberger. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. Third down.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. And he finds Hayward Bay. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Darius Hayward Bay. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are an extra point away from taking the lead. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he's got it up and through. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Set to return, this is Jeff Janis. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read the
touchdown, Packers. Jordy Nelson, 32 yards. And the Packers have retaken the lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Under a minute to go, clock running and a back-and-forth first quarter of play. They come out with one back and three tight ends. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Second and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. Over the middle here to Brown. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's right. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. It's Clay Matthews with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
All right, well, we've got a minute here. Let's talk about injuries because preseason, it can alter a team's fate. Let's start with the good stuff, though. Rashad Perryman of the Ravens, Tom Hawley of the Chiefs, both of them off of the PUP.
Yeah, they're off. Unfortunately, Vontae Davis, Colts corner, got injured. Dion Lewis with a knee. And then the Bears' Jeremy Langford also had an injury. So it's kind of the yin and the yang of preseason injuries we always see.
Everyone has to adjust, has to find a way to overcome those injuries. What do you say we end on an up note, then?
All right, what do you got?
Victor Cruz of the Giants, all right? Since that knee injury, calf injury in last season, maybe we'll get to see him back on the field in the regular season. He's back at practice.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. They'll come out in the pistol. A play fake to start. Now Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that 3rd down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a 1st down.
3rd time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on 3rd, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
They go play action here on 1st down. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams taking it right down Broadway. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 52 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. 319. Rodgers to throw once more. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. And now we've got a stoppage and a timeout here called by the defense. It's their first of this first half as they look to regroup and hopefully stop the two-point conversion coming up. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. It's Marcus Wheaton now to return it. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part and forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. He's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback has to slide and find open space to throw. And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And this one complete to Marcus Wheaton. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Darius Hayward-Bay, the intended receiver. And it'll be 2nd and 10.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. 2nd and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. And caught right side, Green. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. They'll fake the give to Williams. Now it's Roethlisberger. trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. It's Clay Matthews with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously.